This is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for the week ending May 17th, 2025. Resistance to solitary confinement continues in the prisons of Turkey. The resistance of revolutionaries in Turkey to the severe isolation cells called well type continues. 9 revolutionary prisoners are on hunger strike. Serjan Ahmet Aslan, one of the prisoners, has been on strike for 210 days. Solidarity with the resistance of the prisoners continues from various parts of the world. The Solidarity hunger strike chain is currently continuing in Belgium, and prisoners support group Tayad called on everyone to support the one-day hunger strike on May 20th. In addition, a Solidarity hunger strike is being held at the Izmir provincial organisation of the Socialist Party ESP, Socialist Party of the Oppressed, in Turkey. Palestinian people's resistance and struggle for justice continues on the 76th anniversary of the Nakba. Today marks the 76th anniversary of the Nakba, the mass exile, massacre, and an ignoring of the existence of the Palestinian people. On May 15th, 1948, with the establishment of the Zionist State of Israel, at least 750,000 Palestinians were forcibly displaced, and hundreds of villages and towns were wiped off the map. This historical catastrophe was the starting point of the imperialist-backed Zionist occupation. The Nakba is not a tragedy that has ended for the Palestinian people. It is the name of a resistance and a search for justice that still continues today. In 2025, the ongoing siege, bombardments and humanitarian disaster in Gaza once again reveal the systematic nature of this occupation. As the Anti-Imperialist Front, we declare once again that we stand with the Palestinian people all over the world. The struggle against Zionism and imperialism and occupation is not only the common struggle of the Palestinian people, but of all oppressed peoples. Today, millions of Palestinians still live in refugee camps under siege or in exile. Despite this, the Palestinian people have not surrendered and have continued their resistance for 76 years for the right of return, freedom and independence. This resistance represents the honour of humanity in the face of imperialist barbarism. As the Anti-Imperialist Front, we call on all revolutionary, progressive and solidarity forces to stand shoulder to shoulder with Palestine, to increase boycotts, protests and direct solidarity actions. Sean Walsh extradited to the 6 counties. Irish Republican activist Sean Walsh has been extradited to Northern Ireland of the 6 counties after 4 years of legal proceedings. Walsh was charged in an operation involving MI5 informant Dennis McFadden and sent to Maghaberry prison. Republican organisations reacted to his extradition, describing it as part of Britain's policy of suppressing political dissent. IRPWA and Éireann Nua accused the Dublin government of collaborating with the British intelligence. Walsh has denied the charges, saying he risks life in prison without the chance of a fair trial. Republican circles have called this a violation of human rights. Decision at the PKK Congress. Liquidation. The PKK announced the final declaration of the 12th Extraordinary Congress held on May 5th to 7th, 2025. The Congress decided to give up armed struggle and to disband the PKK. The Anti-Imperialist Front made a statement on this development. They claim that the policies of denial and annihilation against the Kurdish people have been shattered. No, this is not true. We declare, based on revolutionary principles and our historical responsibility, the peoples of Turkey and Kurdistan are being lied to. It is not the policy of denial and annihilation that is shattered. What is shattered is the lifeless bodies of the massacred Kurdish people. The mutilated bodies were sent to Kurdish mothers by courier. In the Roboski massacre, a whole family was destroyed by F-16 warplanes. The bodies of the Kurdish people were dragged through the streets of Kurdistan behind armoured vehicles. The curse of Mother Taibet, whose body was left lying in the street for 7 days, gives the lie to this. From here, we repeat once again that the peace processes of imperialism and its collaborators have never in any period of history yielded any results for the benefit of the people's forces and the peoples, and they never will. The Anti-Imperialist Front organised a caravan to Belarus between May 12th and May 16th. From Western Europe, the only practical way to get to Belarus is via NATO-Lithuania. Due to sanctions, participants from various parts of Europe toured an educational establishment, a hospital, the Minsk tractor factory, a huge enterprise, and also visited the Communist Party of Belarus, who gave considerable assistance. Museums were also visited and discussions held with Belarusians and anti-fascists from parts of the former USSR where fascists are now dominant. Belarus showed numerous signs of retaining more features of the USSR than other former USSR republics. A colour revolution was attempted there by NATO in 2020. A colonel gave a presentation on threats to the country, which include NATO troops present right on the border of Belarus. While leaving, 2 Irish members of the caravan were detained by the Lithuanian authorities and held for several hours. They were also questioned more briefly by the authorities on their return to Ireland. It is clear that the caravan has not gone unnoticed. And that is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for this week. For news outside the mainstream, follow us on social media. See you next week.